Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in this opportunity, we would like to do a presentation about learning and acquisition theory. So we are from Elusive Group A4 2018. Next slide. So here's the member of the group. The first is Nyimas, and then Nadia, Nurra, Gaia, Salsabila, Sherina, Rissa, and Urfi. And the first material will be explained by Nadia. The screen is yours.
So, sharing yang pertama sama Teh Nyimas dulu.
Okay, so the first material will be explained by Teh Nyimas. Teh Nyimas, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Sherina. I will explain about learning and acquisition. So, acquisition is occur passively and unconsciously through implicit, informal, or natural learning, resulting in implicit knowledge and acquire competence of a language. Learning occurs actively and consciously through explicit or formal learning and instruction, resulting in explicit knowledge about a language. Learning result in mental linguistic knowledge and awareness. So jadi acquisition itu lebih kayak mendapatkan atau memperoleh bahasa itu secara natural, jadi bisa melalui lingkungan, jadi mendapatkan bahasanya itu tidak dipelajari tetapi langsung natural didapatkan oleh dari lingkungan. Nah, sedangkan learning itu ada prosesnya gitu. Misalkan ada proses mempelajari suatu bahasa. Nah, itu adalah proses yang tidak langsung, akan tetapi ada prosesnya gitu. Jadi bedanya acquisition dan juga learning, kalau acquisition itu secara langsung tidak ada proses atau prosesnya secara natural, sedangkan learning itu prosesnya tidak natural atau adanya suatu proses. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Nyimas for the explanation. So next will be explained by Nadia.
Next slide, please. Okay, I would like to explain about acquisition learning. Acquisition learning is a theory developed by Stephen Carson. Acquisition learning refers to the process used for developing native language and is often learned through observation in one's early years, non-environment. Jadi, acquisition learning itu atau pembelajaran akuisisi adalah sebuah teori yang dikembangkan oleh Stephen Carson. Acquisition learning merajuk pada proses pembelajaran yang digunakan untuk mengembangkan bahasa pertama dan biasanya dipelajari melalui penyerapan lingkungan sekitar pada awal-awal tahun seseorang. I think that's enough for me.
Okay, thank you Nadia for the explanation. So next will be explained by Nurra. Nurra, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Sherina. In here, I will explain about the difference between learning and acquisitions. The first one is acquisition of language requires meaningful communication, which is also called natural communication. The second one is learning a language is based upon less communication and more explanation of grammar rules. The third one is during acquisitions, a child is not aware of grammar. Rules, and he intuitively learns what is right or wrong, as there is constant, meaningful communication. And the fourth, acquisitions is subconscious, while learning is conscious and deliberate. Fifth, in acquisition, The learner focuses more on the text and less on the form, while he focuses on form alone in the learning process of a language. And the last one is mother tongue is mostly acquired, while second language is mostly learned. Maybe that's enough from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nurra, for the explanation. So next material will be explained by Salsabila and Urfi. Screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Sherina. So now I will explain about the example of learning and acquisition. And the first is acquisition. The example, when a student introduces himself in a class, and then he say, I'm a student. When saying student, his pronunciation is wrong. The teacher immediately tells the correct pronunciation, students. Indirectly, the student will acquire the correct word or pronunciation in his pronunciation. In addition, student will also try to repeatedly say the word with the correct pronunciation. Next. Okay. So this is the example of learning. So when someone say congratulations to you, but you don't know what is congratulation means, then you consciously figure out what it means and how to use it after you understand about it. You try to use it in a conversation. So I think that's all for my explanation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Salsa, for the explanation. Okay, next will be explained by Urfi. Urfi, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Sherina. The next example for acquisition is when child who has acquired his mother language move and live in a country that has different language from his first language. Child acquire second language when they play with their friend at a new country. Jadi misalnya ada anak kecil yang tinggal di Indonesia, pindah ke Amerika, otomatis lingkungan sekitarnya berbicara bahasa Inggris dan itu menjadi acquisition buat dia. Okay, next. Okay, the next is an example of learning. When a student is actively studying structure and trying to memorize and learn vocabulary and grammar. For example, when a student learning the simple past tense, the form used for the simple past tense must be verb to. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Urfi, for the explanation. So next material will be explained by me. It's about how is the theory used in the classroom. First of all, before the teachers decide to use this theory in the classroom, they have to recognize that learning and acquisition is different, as mentioned by my friend before. So the first teacher minimize explicit grammar, go light on explicit teaching and learning of grammar, especially with younger students. So it will be better if the teacher explain in implicit ways so that the students will not forget it in a short time. And then the next is teacher have to emphasize acquisition of the learning because of have been mentioned by my friend before, the teacher have to apply the acquisition more of further learning, focus on the acquisition-based activities, input above output, because what students get is more important than what students have to be mastered. And then the last is focus on the message. Students acquire the grammar and vocabulary of the language without being consciously aware of they focus on the message. So if the teacher apply the 2 point before, so that it will be better for the student to easy to understand about the material. So that's all from me. The next slide will be explained by Rissa. Rissa, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Conclusion of in the material, Learning acquisitions involves learning that involves two things happening passively, unconsciously, and actively. The theory used in the class uses grammar that is short and not convoluted because it will make it easier for students to focus and understand the sentences delivered. The difference between learning and acquisition is that learning is done directly by communicating, while acquisition learn subconsciously. Jadi perbedaan antara belajar dan akuisisi itu adalah kalau pembelajaran itu dilakukan secara langsung dengan berkomunikasi dan sadar, sementara akuisisi itu belajar secara tidak sadar. Enough for me. Back to moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Teresa. So that's all the explanation of Elusive group. We are so sorry if there are a lot of mistaken. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.